want to do is I'm going to spend a little bit of time just going over our calendar, a couple reminders before I hand it over to Danielle. And super, super excited. So I will be introducing her in a couple minutes. But what I want to do is give everybody some reminders on what's coming up the remainder of September, some shout outs from August, and something else that we've added in. So what you guys have seen, if you guys are in the Crockpot group that's going on, my mind is blown on how busy that group is. I think 160 people in there. The engagement's incredible. So keep doing what you're doing. Everything's getting mailed out. Our 5 Shakeology winners a day. Everything's going to be mailed out. And I am probably going to have to need help delegating out as far as putting that together in PDF form. So my goal is once that's done, that's just one more thing that we're going to be able to add into our challenge groups as far as crock pot recipes and putting all of that in there, okay? So it'll be kind of a team-wide group effort on that, but I just want you guys to continue to stay engaged. It was such a big group. Obviously, I had a locked-on privacy setting, so people can only post their recipes in the comment section. So if you guys are in that, it is going amazeballs. What I'm going to do is let me share the calendar real quick, and let me go over this. Okay. And as you guys are jumping on, just go ahead and mute yourselves too, so I don't echo. Sometimes that happens. Okay. So last week, obviously, I did the business tips, and I think that was phenomenal. We've had a huge new wave of new recruits the past month and a half. So I think that helped to break it down, make things very basic, jumpstart everything as far as navigating the Coach Online office, giving people a tour in that, and that's something I'm planning to do. I'm going to do that every single month. Last week's coach rally, last week's new coach call was, or the one that we just had, was phenomenal. We had, I think, nine new coaches on there. It was really well attended. So that's something else that I'm going to continue to do monthly as well. So we'll have a monthly new coach call that's going to be open to everybody in the downline. Yesterday's coaching opportunity call was also highly attended. We had 11 new 11 potentials on there. I've actually had 3 new signups because of that call, and I think there was other great potentials that were on that call. So again, that's something that we're going to be having on the 27th. So please make sure you guys mark that down, be inviting to the coaching opportunity call. Tomorrow night, Dynasty United, a live power hour at 9 p.m. So there's an event made for that. I will make sure I share that in the Team Ignite page if you're not quite sure what I'm talking about. But Brittany leads those, and it's something that is super easy that you guys are able to focus 60 minutes of time on getting back to the basics of adding new contacts, continuing to invite, making sure that you are following up with your cold market contacts, make sure that you're actively engaging with new people. Next Wednesday, make sure you guys have that written down. That's going to be a 9 p.m. Zoom call for my personally sponsored coaches. I'm going to be out of town. Then we have the team-wide coaching opportunity call on Tuesday the 27th. And then October preseason begins for my girls. Make sure you guys check with your immediate coach to make sure that if they're not running theirs, you can get in. We can weave that in, but make sure you always check with your coach's calendar first before mine. And then on the 28th, we're going to be having our Team Ignite October rally call, okay? So we're going to be gearing up for what's going to happen in October and really as we go into the final quarter. I'm going to be out of town for 4 days at a retreat and can't wait to come back with some really great stuff from that. Now, one thing that has been added on, I had a leader call yesterday, and I'm excited because we were brainstorming as we're going into the last quarter of the year, and lots of goals and lots of rank dates have been thrown out there. Those of you who are in the team advancement group are doing a phenomenal job posting your trackers and staying diligent with the 4 vital behaviors, being consistent with inviting, being consistent with tracking. And I know that everybody is seeing an increase in their business. And as far as making sure that they're remaining very tunnel vision and laser focused when it comes to making every minute count and being incredibly intentional about that. So what I'm adding in is next Tuesday, the 20th at 9 p.m. Eastern. This is a call that's open to the entire downline. The 2 requirements are you needed to have points on the board if in August, okay, so Success Club points on the board. and you need to have a diamond rank advancement date set for this year. Okay, so there's 3.5, 4 months left in this year. If you have an advancement date set for 2016, and then if you had any points on the board in August, I want you on that call that's going to be co-led by the diamonds on the team, and we're going to be brainstorming and really working together to make sure that we're aware of what your goals are and that we're giving you the tools and resources and access to us and access to all the duplicatable systems to make sure that it's moving forward and that we're giving you everything that you need, okay? Again, your goals are your goals. You set your pace, and it's our job to match your speed. But if you want to go fast, and if you have a goal within the next 3.5 months to hit diamond, I want to know about it, as even if I'm not your coach, and we're all going to work together to see what we can do to make sure that we give you access to everything to make that possible, okay? Diamond, by the end of this year, is 110% possible, okay? And if that's a goal that you guys have, this downline is huge now. We want to make sure that we're aware of it and that we're helping you get to that, okay? So write that in. So that's next Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, and I'm going to probably make an event for that tomorrow, or at least a graphic for that tomorrow. Another last thing, two last things, is August shout-outs. Mary Brum killed it, okay, with 22 Success Club points for August. That is insane and absolutely incredible. Is Mary on yet? She's not on yet. She's probably wrangling the kids, I know. Absolutely incredible, you guys. Absolutely incredible. I know the Team Cup had a lot to do with that, on working together and pushing for that goal. Abby, and I don't see Abby on yet either. Abby had 16 points, and that is also incredible. She's just done a phenomenal job with sharing her testimony. I have it as Tuesday. Okay, Monday. Sorry, yeah, Steph is on there. I'm like, but I have it as Tuesday. Would you like to see all my post-its all over my screen? Okay, so real quick, call is next Monday. Sorry about that, 9 p.m. I think your call was Tuesday, right? Is that what it was? Or was that Mary? Okay. So next Monday is going to be the diamond call. I'll make a graphic. But Abby had 16 points. Abby's done a phenomenal job of sharing her workouts daily. She's a product of the product. So if you guys aren't following Abby, follow her. She's a heavy retail side of that because of just sharing her daily story, and it's awesome to see happen. And also Ashley Gibson. Ashley's on the call. Ashley had 7, and just super proud of her. I know that there's been a lot of transition and navigating in different seasons of life, and Ashley, I'm really, 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 really proud of you because you had a goal to hit it. You hit it. Very proud of you, girl. Final thing before I hand the call over. Tonight is Wednesday night. Check your sponsorship drill down. Make sure that everything is in line. If you guys have rank advancements planned for tomorrow, if you guys make sure that you're not going to be losing rank by something silly as a personal volume, or if your Shakeology order didn't go through, or a downline that is easily correctable, just maybe they postponed something. Make sure you guys are checking that every day, but especially on Wednesdays, you have till midnight Eastern to make sure everything's in check. I've seen it happen too many times where people lose rank or teeter back and forth just because something was overlooked, like a spouse's account or something like that. Okay, so make sure you guys get in that habit and stay in that habit. Okay, so I am super excited to welcome Danielle Jolly to the call. Very excited. I'm going to give a quick little intro and then totally hand it over to her. So I want to make sure everybody stays on mute. If you guys have questions, you can kind of type them in the chat box, and we'll make sure that she gets to them by the end of the call. And I've known Danielle, for 4 or 5 years now, with kiddos and 7. Stop it. Oh my gosh, I'm school. Local area, kiddos and similar groups. And Danielle's been a coach for a little bit over 2.5 years. She has built an incredible team, and I really am excited for her to share because it's going to be, I want you guys to realize that things fall apart for every single coach. The larger your business grows, the more you're juggling. And I think sometimes people talk about the shiny advancements, and then when people lose rank, and I'm here to tell you, every single person loses rank. Every single coach. whether it's Lindsay Matway, Melanie Mitro, myself, or an Emerald coach. It will happen. And, you know, Danielle's great example of if that happens and when that happened, she had that choice and she continued to push forward and continue to build and is now a Star Diamond. She is an SC All-Star 5 legend, SC All-Star 10, and then she's a Star Diamond coach, and it's just, she was actually a speaker at our Super Saturday. She attends all the events. She hosts fit clubs. I mean, she has her hands into the community, and that's a huge reason of her growth, and she's really showed how community matters. So super excited. So I'm gonna mute myself, and Danielle, go ahead and take it away. All right?
All right. So first of all, I want to thank you for having me. I'm super excited to be here to talk to you guys. So yeah, like she said, all those fancy titles and fancy, you know, names, and you get all these badges, these, you know, all-star legend, and that all sounds great. Like you're all like, oh wow, she's really good. She's really got her stuff together. No, it's not all pretty and rainbows on the outside. Like it looks that way, and it really, all that is great. And those titles are awesome. And I'm really proud that I have them. I love that I did it. I set those goals when I signed up. After I hit Emerald, I set those goals. I wanted to be a Success Club 10 legend before Summit this year, and I did it so that I could walk, so that I could get that fancy medal, so I would have that recognition. And the path getting there was hard. It was really hard. But first of all, let me go back and let me just let you know that, like, when you look at somebody, and I don't want you to compare yourselves to anybody else, because this is your journey and you have to stay on that path and make it your journey. Because you can look at me and you can be like, wow, she's got all of this stuff. She's a 1-star diamond. She's got these titles. She did it. She's doing really good. It's not behind the scenes and what it took to get there. It's not what it looks like on the cover. So I want you to make sure that when you're looking at all these other coaches that you're following, and when you're looking at your downline and your upline even, and you know, they're like, oh wow, she can do it because she's really good, or she has the time, or she this, or she that. Like, you can't compare yourself to everybody else, because this is your journey. And I just want you to remember that and hold that and just take that with you, because it's going to make the path to your success, because your success is not my success. Your life is not my life. Your story is not my story. So you have to make your story and make it matter and make it count. So that being said, I am Danielle Jai. I am a wife and a mom of 2 young, crazy boys who are hopefully in bed, and hopefully they'll stay there. I'm really active and involved in my church. I'm there 4 days a week now, sometimes 5. We literally just got home 20 minutes ago, and I was like calling Marissa. I'm like, I'm on my way home. I'll be there. I promise. I'm going to get them in bed really fast. So I'm busy, just like everybody else. And so when you hear people and they're like, I'm too busy, I can't do that, I can't make time, you have to make the time for it. It's there somewhere. You just have to find it. So before I started Beachbody, I was, it was 2.5 years ago. So Gavin was 4.5 and Camden was 2. And I was the mom who couldn't keep up with her kids, who was uncomfortable in her own skin. I didn't want to, we're in Florida. If y'all aren't in Florida, it's, there's a lot of, beach and bathing suits and splash parks and all that fun stuff. And I was the mom who was wearing the t-shirt over my bathing suit or not going in the pool at all, sitting on the sidelines while my kids played, because I was not comfortable in my skin to be the mom that they needed. And I see that now, looking back, I don't have any pictures of those stages of us all out doing things, because I was too afraid to live my life, because I wasn't comfortable enough to be seen, or I just didn't have the energy to be the mom that was running around with them on the playground. I was sitting on the bench because I was lazy. I was tired and lazy, and it really took me getting to a point in my life where I had had enough, and I was sick of being that mom. I got lost, like we all do, I think, in the mommyhood battle those first couple years. If you have children, you know that consuming, and it can be all consuming if you let it be. And eventually you're sitting there, you know, a couple years later, and you're like, who am I? What do I even like to do anymore? What are my hobbies? Where is this person that I knew before I had children? She's gone. She disappeared. She got lost in mommy lands, and she needs to come back. So I was never into sports or health and fitness or anything before, but it was my outlet out of being lost in that mommy world. I saw my friend, who also has 2 young kids, doing the workouts and drinking the shakes, and lost 160 pounds. Her transformation is amazing. And she is my upline coach, Bethany. She is just a phenomenal person. And I saw her in the same position I was, as a busy mom, who was extremely uncomfortable in her skin and just kind of living that same life. Like, we would be the moms sitting out together on the sidelines. And so when she did it, I was like, wow, if she can do it, I can do it. And now I see how much happier she is and how much confidence she has built in herself after this. So I joined with my first challenge pack, which was Slim and Six. And it was the only one that I thought that I could do at the time, because I was so out of shape and almost 200 pounds that I was just like, okay, well, if I'm going to do anything, it's going to be something. What do you have that's the easiest that's going to get me the results? And she's like, well, let's try this one. You know, it's, you know, not a lot of impact, and I think it's a good one for you to start with. And so I did that, and I started out there, and I lost 10 pounds when I did that program. And I really got to see what was in it for me in the challenge groups. That's kind of where, if it wasn't for the challenge groups, I wouldn't still be here, because I have tried a lot of other things, probably every diet out there, just like a lot of people do. And then they come here and they're like, wow, Beachbody really has everything. And that's exactly what you have to do. So the challenge groups are what really sold it for me. I met so many people and built so many relationships on that, in those groups, that I couldn't fathom leaving. I was like, wow, like, these people get me. They're on the same journey. They're having the same struggles, but yet they're coming back day after day and putting the work in. So I have to too. You know, I couldn't be the one person who wasn't showing up. I had to show up. I had to do it. So once I set those goals to be there every day consistently, and to do my workout, to drink my shake, and to eat healthy, I went on to the 21-day fix and did 3 rounds of the 21-day fix and lost 45 pounds. So now I was a whole new person. I was down, 45 pounds, 4 pant sizes. I had never been in a size 8, not even in high school. And I was there, and I was so confident and comfortable with myself. And throughout this journey, I was sharing my story step by step, the good, the bad, the ugly. I was posting pictures of myself at 200 pounds in a bathing suit, and I was not comfortable, but I did it because, well, I didn't do it at first. I did it after I lost 10 pounds and saw that it was doable. And then I was like, okay, now I feel better. I know that I can do this. And, in those couple of weeks, I had helped a couple of people join me. And when I saw them do the same thing and come to me and be like, look, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here. And I'm so thankful that you were in my path at this time in my life so that I could, join your group, and you've changed my life. You have helped me find, the me that I lost, same as I had, and so I hear these stories, and it's these people that keep me coming back over and over again, because you are changing lives. Whether you know it right now, in this minute, there is somebody out there who is following you. They are watching you, and they're admiring you, and you are in their path for a reason. So you were put there for a reason, and you have to just believe that with all your might. If you're a religious person, I beg you to pray about it. Just every night before you go to bed, in your prayers, pray that you will be put in the path of people who need you. And if you're not religious, I beg you to just put it out into the universe. Just tell the universe to put me in the path of somebody who needs my help, because I am here to help and I want to help. And I can guarantee you that it will work. They will come to you whether you know it or not. they'll be there. So I kind of getting off topic. I had all these notes, but so on my way to Success Club, how I got there was the cruise was announced, and I think I had just gone Diamond. I was trying to look at the exact dates, but I hit Success Club 10 All-Star in October of 2015. So in October of 2014, I think it was roughly around maybe when the cruise was announced, it was the push that I needed to get Success Club 10 every month was so that I could get those points and so that I would get that cruise paid for. And it was the push that I needed financially because I wasn't going to afford it otherwise. I was making pretty good money. I was pulling in, $300 a week, which is great. But it wasn't enough to cover the bills that I also wanted to cover and pay for the cruise. So it was a nice segue into getting those points to get the cruise paid for. So me and my Success Club partner had made I guess it was kind of a bet, like who was going to do it. And, it was kind of like a pact that we were going to do this. We were going to hit Success Club 10 every single month to get these points and to get this cruise paid for free. And we did. And does anybody want to know what happened in November? I didn't hit Success Club. I got 0 in November because I didn't set my goals big enough. I didn't look past that. I set this goal and I had this dream board and I had this all laid out, but I didn't set anything further. And when you don't set your goals further, your work matches that. Like your effort matches those goals. If you don't set big goals, the effort that you put in is going to match it. So you have to keep looking ahead, keep looking further. Every 6 months, update your goals. Because when you hit those goals at that certain date, you need to have something else to keep working towards. You have to go higher and further and just above and beyond more than what you see in your immediate future. And I tell my team this all the time. You have to set the little goals. I want you to set your monthly goals, but I also want you to set your yearly goals. And every 6 months, I want you to update those yearly goals so that when you get closer to reaching that goal, when you get closer to 1 star, when you hit 1 star, you're going to have something else to keep reaching for. When you hit 2 or 3, you're going to have something else to keep reaching for. Because if you don't have that in front of you and if you don't have that in your mind, the effort that you put in is going to match what is there. So that was something that I heard. It just like reinstilled it yesterday on the DFG call. Like Larry Hingle had said that, like you have got to set your goals and your efforts have to match your goals. And if your goals aren't there, your efforts aren't going to be there. So I hit Success Club 10 All-Star and I lost it. I hit my Success Club 10 5 Legend the month before that. So that was done. Success Club 10 All-Star was done. And I had no other goals. And I didn't fight for it. I didn't try for it. I didn't work for it. I honestly took a mental break and kind of just was like, oh, I did it. I'm good now. Like I got the title, the certificate, the badge, the recognition, and I'm good. And I didn't think about all the people that still needed my help. There are people out there that still needed me, and I didn't push through that month. So I want you to just make sure that you're setting those goals and you're updating those goals every couple of months to make sure that once you hit them, you have something else to strive for. Another thing that really got me to hit Success Club, I keep saying Success Club because that's what it is when you get there, and that's, the recognition that you get. But I really want you to think about the people that you're helping when you hit Success Club. So instead of saying, I need Success Club 5 this month, I need Success Club 10, you really need to say to yourself, I need to help 3 people. I want to help 3 people. I want to help 5 people. Because when you start thinking about them as numbers, points, money, whatever it is that you're thinking about for the business wise, I get it. It is a business. We all need it. We want the income. We need the points. But you have to think about the people. These are people that we're helping, and you have to treat them like people. They are living beings. They're not numbers. They're not points, and they need our help. These are people out there who are suffering, they're depressed, they're upset, they're uncomfortable. They are just, some of them are just, they're miserable with, like they're going through some hard times. And these are the people that most likely are going to be following you and looking at you and being like, look, if you can do it, I can do it. And you need to be there for them, and you need to reach out to them. And when you're reaching out to them and you're sending them personal messages, I want you to really, really just put your heart into it. You have to, if you don't care about these people that you're reaching out to, honestly, truly, and deeply, then you're in the wrong business. And I'm sorry to say that. And I know it's hard. And some of you are like, oh, crap, but you're all here for a reason. I know that. But we are a people business. We're a people caring, loving business. And we need to put our all into these challengers and these people that are coming to us for advice and for support, because it's hard, you guys. It is really hard to be that 200-pound person who is admitting that you're uncomfortable and admitting that you are in a really bad place in your life right now. It's really hard to be that person to come to somebody and be like, I need your help. And if you're not truly, honestly, just fully there for them, they're going to know it. And they'll be like, oh man, you're just using me for my money. Like, that's not okay. That's not cool, man. So I really want you to just really just pour your hearts out and make sure that when you're talking to your challengers every month, that you are keeping up with them, and that you're more than just asking them, hey, how'd your workout go? Hey, how's your shake? Hey, like, get to know them. Hey, how's your family? How are your kids? How's your life? Did you do anything fun lately? Did you go see any good movies? Like, really get to know them. And I know, because I have been here more than once, it is really, really hard. And sometimes it can be truly draining to talk to so many people every day, every week, every month, and build all these relationships that we're trying to build. I know that it's draining. And that's why it's so important to fill your own cup first. The book, I was just telling Marissa about it, Miracle Morning. I told her y'all need to read this, so hopefully she's going to recommend that to everybody. This book changed everything for me. You need to be filling your own cup before you can pour into others. If you're not, then you're going to be tired, you're going to be drained, and you're going to be emotionally just sick of this. And so The Miracle Morning is a really amazing book. There's 6 things that you want to do. It's about like making time first thing in the morning for you so that you can support others, so that you can pour yourself into others. So when you get up, the acronym is SAVERS. So there's silence, affirmations, visualization, exercise, SAVER, reading, and scribing, journaling. So it's 10 minutes of each of those things, first thing in the morning, super easy to do, and I don't do the 10-minute exercise because I work out early in the morning. But if you work out later in the day, still make sure that you're doing that. Like, I don't get like 10 minutes of jumping jacks, or even a walk around the block, or something, like just to get your heart going, to get your blood flowing, gets that energy out. And then you find that when you do this, and when you make the time to do this, that you are starting your day fulfilled, refreshed, you're getting your PD in. So find a really good book to read. Your scribing, your journaling, I use that as my devotional time so that I am filling my spiritual cup, and I'm, just sucking in all of that information. And then I also have a gratitude journal that's really good, just like pouring out your gratitude for the day, and starting your day with that mindset changes everything. Like, you guys, you will wake up and you will be energized and refreshed and just ready to go on with your day. You're going to be just, feeling accomplished. And I was telling Marissa that my husband, it was really hard to get him out of bed. Last year when I was doing all this, before we moved and Gavin started school, we had a really good thing going. I would get up early, and I would do my workout first thing in the morning, 5:30 in the morning. I was doing my workout. I was done. And then I was getting on the computer, and I was checking into all my groups and talking to people, sending out all of my messages. And my power hour was done before 7 o'clock when everybody woke up. Now not where like our schedule is messed up. We bought a house last year, the weekend before school started. We bought and signed on Friday, moved in on Saturday and Sunday, and school started on Monday. After that, it's been really hard to get my rhythm back and to get back into this routine until I started reading this again. So this is like just reinstilled everything that I was doing before by getting up early. And so back when I was doing all that and getting up early, I really tried to get my husband to get up with me and to do things with me. And he wouldn't. He got up at 7 o'clock, drank his coffee, had his shake, and he was out the door for work. And that was it. I'm like, really? Like, you can't just, help me out here? We got 2 kids that have to get up and get ready and have breakfast and all that. So he started reading this, and he just realized that there's something to this getting up early thing and, getting your stuff done and feeling accomplished before you leave and start your day, because he was really just drained in his job and drained just, work was really hard. And so this, now he can get up and he feels accomplished and just a lot better when he goes to work. So it's not just for us, it's for everybody. This book is amazing. So it's The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. You can see that. Really, really, really good book. I highly recommend everybody read it. It's a super easy read too. So like you read it in like a week and it's done. It's awesome. So do that. Another good book that I read last year that really, probably the first book that I read that changed everything for me was Eat That Frog. So if you haven't read that one, put that one on your list. Go for No was the other big one that I read. You have got to just go for those no's. You've got to like set a goal for how many no's you're going to get for the month. Say, I want 50 no's this month. I'm going for it, because you're bound to get at least 3 yeses out of those, like you've got to really shoot big. Go for No, Eat That Frog, and The Miracle Morning. Definitely 3 books that have changed my life. I don't know what else. Oh, events. That is like the big thing that gets me my points every month. It makes it super easy. So if you are not good at sending out personal invites, if you feel really weird messaging people, you're like, I just don't know how, I don't know what to say, I don't know. The events, just make one every month and you invite everybody to them that's not a Beachbody coach that you've been talking to. Make sure that you already have some of the conversations going before you invite them to this random group. But invite them. And then in that event, you can post the sales. You can post the programs. You can share all of the cool things that are going to happen in this group every month, because that's what that event is for. It's for a challenge group. So instead of posting the sales on your page and being super salesy and kind of just, it's not what we're about, but you can post them in here so that they know what is on sale this month and what the group is going to be about and what program you might be doing along with them. And you can just kind of tell them about the challenge group and what we do and why they're so important to you and what they're going to get from you during those 30 days. So once they say yes or maybe, then you message them and be like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad you're so excited to join me. Like, talk to them like they already said yes. Like, I'm so excited you're going to join me. This group is going to be awesome. And then tell them about it and see, like, always end it with a question so that you have something to get them intrigued. Because if you're just like, oh, it's awesome, I'm so glad you're going to join us. Crickets, you're going to hear nothing. Like, okay, now what? Now you can't be like, oh, like you've got to put it in there so that it goes all together, and end it with a question like, so, have you tried any other Beachbody programs? Is there one that you're looking towards? Is there one that, you're favoring to, choose? Flavor of Shakeology. End it with anything like that you can find out a little bit about them and how much they know about Beachbody. Maybe they've done, P90X or Insanity or whatever before. And that will also lead you to know if they already have an account or if they're working with a coach. All questions that you can ask in that first little interaction. So that's a great way to help interact with people. So what else? Oh, well, the whole reason we're here. When you lose rank, you really, really just have to let it go. There was a big, some video that I watched last year, and he was like, can't change it. Sorry, can't change it. It happens. You just have to, you can dwell on it for like 5 minutes. You give yourself 5 minutes. Oh crap, that happened. That sucked. Can't change it. Move on. Next. you have to keep going. You have to keep going because everybody loses rank. Everybody goes there. It's really hard. I know it's really hard depending on other people for your rank. I know that. I know that it sucks because I'm there. Like, we all go through it. It's hard. If your coaches below you lose rank, you lose rank. And it's really hard to depend on somebody else to keep you where you need to be. But it's your responsibility to help those people and to just stay there. When you lose rank, it's not the end of the world. It happens. We all go through it. You have to keep recruiting and you have to keep building your team and you have to just get over it. So let me tell you a funny story. Going back, way back. Marissa had messaged me about 3 years ago, probably. Hey, I got this really cool thing going on. You want to join my team? Like, you want to do this with me? I blocked her, y'all. I blocked her. I was not interested. So that being said, I may have not have joined Marissa's team, but we are still connected. I joined I joined Bethany's team, who is under Jill, who is still under. We're all still under the same team. But it's all for a reason, because let me tell you, if I hadn't have joined Jill's team, I wouldn't have found my church. I wouldn't have found God. I wouldn't have found the family that I am in right now and the community that we have. I love Marissa and I know that her team is amazing, but it wasn't destined for me. That wasn't my spot. I wasn't supposed to be there. And I know that we're both okay with that, because I would still come to Marissa after that and be like, I'm dying. I don't know what's going on. I can't do this. Please help me. I can't find anything in the back office and I'm losing this. Like, oh, everybody's leaving and I can't do this. This is so hard. I don't know how you do it. And she was always there for me and be like, look, it's okay. You're going to be okay. And I would go to Jill with the same thing. I spent many days crying on Jill's couch. I would go over and I would just be a sobbing mess. Like, it's so hard. I can't do this. And her famous words were, trust the process. And I want to tell you all that. Just trust the process. Just go with it. And you just have to believe that it's okay. That whatever happens is destined to happen. And we all have been in a point where we lose rank or somebody says they're going to order and they don't. And that might have been your last sale on the last day of the month. And now you didn't hit Success Club. And that's just trust the process. It's going to be okay. It's really not the end of the world. It's not going to make or break you. Like, it's okay. Last month, so I didn't hit Success Club for 2 months in a row. And it's purely because I wasn't trying. I wasn't putting my heart into it. We were on vacation. It was summer. We drove all the way to Maine and back with the kids, me and my neighbor and our 4 children. And I just wasn't here. I wasn't working it. And I was okay with that until I really tried to hit Success Club last month. And I was like, oh man, this is really hard. Like, all those connections that I was making, they're gone. Like, it's been too long. Like, I didn't talk to them for, 3 months almost. But I was in the last 3 days of the month, I hit Success Club 12 because I busted my butt in the beginning of the month and I planted all of those seeds. And I was like, you know what? I am planting these seeds and I am going to have a freaking plantation in the next 6 months. Like, this plantation is going to bloom and then all of these crops it's all going to come to fruition. So you have to, when you put the work in and you believe that you're going to do something, you will do it. I have just the most faith in all of you, and I believe that you can do it. Just a couple more tips. I know that I'm rambling and we're probably running short on time, but there's so much that I could tell you guys. Affirmations are huge. Goals are huge, and I can't see any of you. Y'all have these little squares, but if you don't have your affirmations posted where you can see them in at least 3 spots in your house, I want you to do that. I want you to post your affirmations and your goals. So maybe just a couple, I want to add 3 coaches this month. I want to help 5 people this month, and I am enough. That is my biggest affirmation that I say to myself 20 times a day. I am enough, because there's a lot of times where I don't feel like I'm enough. I feel like I fail as a wife. I feel like I fail as a mother, and I feel like I fail as a coach a lot of the time. But we are human, and everybody understands that you can't be everything to everybody, but you have to be enough for yourself. And I want you all to believe that. While it looks like everybody has it all together on the outside, I promise you that we don't. I promise you that on the inside, we are all a hot mess. And it's okay. It's absolutely okay. So yes, if you don't have them, my favorite thing to do is dry erase markers in mirrors and windows. So I have in my mirror in my bathroom, I have written down all of my affirmations, just like crazy, written everywhere in different colored markers, so that I can erase them and write new ones all the time. And then I have my goals. I've got like 5 bullet points of things that I want to accomplish in the month. So I think this month, can't see it from here, but it's Success Club 10, add 3 coaches. I try to do those 2 every month. And then my challenge groups, I really want to be involved and just make sure that I make those connections in those challenge groups, and make sure that I'm posting and checking in with everybody to make sure that everybody's on track. And what else? Oh, be a wife that my husband deserves. It's a big one, because I find that out of all of this, he always gets put last. And there was a call the other night that we went on in our team, and she said to me, well, you don't have to come home to us. This is not who you come home to. You don't come home to us. You don't, like, we shouldn't matter more than he does. And that was huge. Like, we aren't more important than your marriage. So if making work hours is what you need to do, then you need to do that. At 9 o'clock, my computer goes off now, and I don't talk to anybody, because after 9 o'clock, it's his time. And we go play video games together, because that's what we like to do. So it might be a waste of time. And that's how I felt for the past 3 years, was like, I can't do that anymore because I have this to do, and that's a waste of time. But it's not, because it is what we enjoy doing together. And it's what is made these past 3 weeks just absolutely amazing, because we are connected again over something we enjoy doing. We're spending time together instead of me out here and him in there. So I wrote down my quote on my chalkboard this week is, time enjoyed is not time wasted. So as long as you truly believe that, like, as long as you're enjoying your time, and I mean, you're not spending all of it doing, crazy wasteful time stuff, but, as long as you are doing stuff that you enjoy doing, it's not wasted time. And I promise you, I am a much better person these last 3 weeks, now that we're doing that together again, and I'm spending that time with him, than I was before that. And I have accomplished probably more in these past 3 weeks than I was before, because scrolling Facebook doesn't count, guys. So instead of scrolling Facebook, I'm playing video games with my husband, and it's been awesome. So just make sure that you're making it time for everything that matters in your life, and your family, your husband, your spouse, your kids should come before your business. But your business is important. Like, don't let that be an excuse. It's not an excuse not to do the work. It's not an excuse not to get your workout in. It's not an excuse not to check in on your challengers. And I know it's hard because there's not enough hours in the day. I wish there was like 5 more hours in every day, because it would be awesome. But you have to use your time. You need to manage your time, and you need to make sure that you know what you're doing every hour of every day. And it's hard to live a life like that, but that's how I live my life. My planner is planned out. Every hour of every day is written down. There's something on here, and it's scheduled. I schedule my shake. I schedule my snacks. I schedule my lunch, because if I don't eat. I get so lost. All of a sudden it's 3 o'clock and I haven't eaten. So these are things that are just important. All of these steps and practices and things that I've done have gotten me here, and it's awesome, but just know that it hasn't been perfect. It hasn't been all sunshine and rainbows as much as I would love it to be. It's work, and you have to do it, and it may not be a job. It may not, like, I hate calling it a job because it's not. It's not a job that I have to go to. I don't have to leave my kids. I don't have to leave my house. I get to stay home and be with my boys and just be here. And I get to help people, guys. The best thing and the most rewarding thing ever is to get that message from that person who is like, you changed my life. That's huge. If I never do anything again, I am more than happy because I have helped people change their lives. Like, I'm okay with that. So, anybody have any questions? I would love questions.
Anybody have anything? There was a lot of chatter in there. We're all following up with what you're already saying.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Yeah, that was us in our notes.
Okay.
Does anybody have any questions for Danielle before I wrap it up? Does anybody? Anything? She's an open book. Go ahead, Annalisa.
Please.
Can you share with us what your event looks like?
Absolutely.
Great question.
Thank you.
How do I screen share?
Are you on your phone or your desktop?
My desktop.
Okay, so look at the bottom, and then there should be, it's green. It says screen share.
There it is.
And it'll give you an option of what to screen share. So what you got on your desktop.
Oh.
Sorry, not everybody's like Marissa, apparently. But
well, I don't know exactly what's on there. How do I minimize this? There we go. Okay, so I basically make the event, and I give it a cool, catchy title. Like this one is.
Wait, hold on. Are you It's not screen
No,
share.
I'm not yet. I'm gonna pull it up first.
Okay.
I can find it here. So this one is healthy habits before Halloween. So make it something cool and fun. Bring this back up. Screen share. There we go. Did that work?
Yep, perfect.
I did it. Okay. So healthy habits before Halloween. Make it something fun, something catchy. I usually try to base them around like what month it is, you know? So we'll have like spring back into fitness or fall back into fitness. What did we do last month? Oh, last month was a health bet, but last year I did like back to school, back to you, and we had a really cool like alphabet style format that we used for the day-to-day stuff that we posted. So you just go in here and you create a cool, a saying about what the account or what the group is going to be about. And then you can invite up to 500 people. So go through your friends list. It's kind of daunting. It does take a little bit of time, but go through and invite everybody who is not already a coach or that you know is already working with a coach. And there is a cool thing in your Facebook profile where you can make friends lists. So if you have time, go ahead and make those friends lists and segregate all those people that you've talked to as like a potential list. Make sure all of your Beachbody friends are on their own list so they don't get invited. And so then as you talk to people and as you start these conversations, you can add them to that potential list. So then when you make this event, it makes it a lot easier as you're adding people, because then you can just open up that friends list and invite all of those people that are on that list. So then as they say they're going, you just message them and tell them, hey, I'm so excited. Even if they're interested, I'm so excited you're interested in this group. It's going to be awesome. Tell them about, like what it's about. Like this one, it's Halloween, it's fall. So we're doing kind of the same thing like Marissa said with the crockpot group. We have like a crockpot recipe share. We're also doing, where's that? Oh, there they are. Healthy Halloween snacks. These are super cute. I'm so excited about these. So cool things for my kids, awesome, Halloween themed. Awesome. Go to Pinterest and just collect all of those awesome things, save them in a folder, and just share them every day. Offer, advice, make it so that you have like, we have a couple different templates that we use so that you're doing, Water Wednesday and Thirsty Thursday or something. Make it, so that every day has an assignment for them to answer. So always, again, follow up with that question so that you're getting the interaction and the engagement, in that group, because if you don't, then you're liable to just get a lot of crickets. Even if they're posting their workout or they're posting their shake. So after you make the group, then you add everybody to it and you request that they share their sweaty selfie every day and their shake picture or their shake recipe.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we're all gonna
group, Danielle? Is that what this is? Like an interest event group?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is the event where they show they're interested. Once you message them and once they've ordered their challenge pack, then you make a group and add them to the group.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. So this is like the little pre-party to the group. Very cool. Okay.
Yeah. And this is where you can share all the sales, everything that's happening this month. Because they ended all the sales. You can share that here because you're not sharing it publicly to your page. You're not spamming your page with sales. Right. But this is an event that they said they were interested in. So that they want to know what's on sale. So,
and just to clarify too, this is for people who've shown interest somehow, correct?
For the most part.
Okay. You're not adding every single person on your friend.
No, you want to make sure that you're at least
engaged or have.
Yeah, you've at least engaged with them. I mean, it may not totally be about Beachbody, but you've at least engaged with their profile so that, the Facebook Infinity has put you in their feed so that they know that you're a health and fitness coach. They know that you're about this before you just go and invite them to a group.
Right. Okay. Very cool. I love that. Thank you. Annalisa, great question. And that is awesome. We will be talking about that with the team.
Yeah, it's been huge. It's been probably like the biggest thing to get me my points because it's so much easier. Like this is easier by just going here and be like, hey, I'm so glad you're interested. Like you said yes already. I didn't have to ask you,
Right. No, that's great. I love that. Nice. Great feedback. Anybody else have any, I want to make sure we wrap it by 10. Does anybody else have any other questions for Danielle? I didn't,
bring them on. Don't be scared.
Yeah. And Asia, I saw in the chat box, you said are people who've liked your Beachbody posts. So yeah. Like people who are showing interest. We all see that on the radar somehow. Anybody else? Okay, if you guys have questions, post them in the mentor page, or everybody go and follow Danielle, okay? Make sure that you're following her. And Danielle really hit it on the head with a lot of points. I am so happy that you brought up that whole I had invited her to coaching thing because it is so important for you guys to understand. A, I get told no all the time. B, I get blocked by people.
And we were friends, you guys. Like, we were friends, and I still blocked her.
And granted, there was a lot. It was a season too. There was a lot going on, but it's about connections, and people are going to sign who they feel connected with. That is the biggest key in that, you guys. So I think sometimes, you think points just come and, everybody likes it. Everybody's going to go with them. That's not the case at all. It really is about connection. So I'm super happy that you talked about that too. Miracle mornings. So the silence, the affirmations, the visualizing, can you say that? Exercise, reading, and scribing. Mm-hmm. Eat that frog, go for no. And I want to wrap it with the reminder of her call to action was to post your 3 affirmations or your affirmations and goals in 3 different places in your home. And I love the idea of writing on your mirror. Awesome. I love that.
Mirrors in your bathroom, mirrors in your bedroom.
And we're coaches, so the selfies, it's like the most high traffic place in your entire home. So I love that. That's
especially someplace that you're going to see it first thing in the morning and right before you go to bed.
So love that. So simple, but so effective. I have no doubt. Okay, I will process the recording. Danielle, I will send it to you as well. And I cannot thank you enough. I know it's crazy. Your husband's out of town. You ran home from church, got your 2 kids in bed, and
And
I
they
get
stayed.
sitting outside my door. But really, thank you so much for sharing the tips. It's important for people to hear that everybody has challenging seasons in their business, that you are going to miss goals, that you are going to lose rank, and it's about consistency and tenacity in this business. And
Yep.
those are the people who make it, who have really good, legitimate reasons to quit, but they're bigger than those excuses. They're reasons to push forward and to help people and see people see what they're doing is helping others, and not getting points on the board is what this is all about. So whether it's one person, 5 people, 10 people you help a month, you've changed somebody's life. So Danielle, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Great call. Yay. Okay, everybody have an awesome night, and I will post the recording, okay? All right, bye you guys.